So this is Kelsey and Kelly's Draw My Life Valentine's Day video. This is where Kelsey and I first met, at the bank, where she drove her little car to the bank to deposit the money from her work, and I got to smell how good she smelled. I remember this being one of my favorite times ever, when Kelsey would come into the bank and she would give me her money, and I could always smell her hair and smell how good she smelled, because so many other people at the bank smelled so bad, and I always complimented how she smelled and how she always smiled. And I remember sometimes I would have to be downstairs eating lunch when she was there. I remember the TV that we had downstairs, and it was a video camera upstairs, so I would sit there eating lunch and I would kind of watch the TV like a reality TV show, or when Kelsey would come in, and I'd just get sad that I couldn't be up there to take her money. I remember one day I went onto the internets, onto Facebook, and I found her on there, and I added her like a creep, and it actually ended up being one of the best times of my life, because we ended up talking twice a day, really late into the night, and it was the best time I had flirting with her ever. And I even remember our first date together. We went to go get pho at Chicken Teriyaki place, and I remember giving her a hug for the first time, and she was so tall, I couldn't believe it. I remember about a few weeks into our relationship, she didn't really want a relationship, so I ended up dating this other girl, and I just wasn't happy with the other one, and what do you know, I ended up going back and asking for another chance, and she did, and I can't believe how it worked out, because if I wouldn't have tried it, then we wouldn't be here today. After a few dates, I actually asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said yes. We ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend forever. She was also my first redheaded girlfriend ever. Haha. A big turning point for us was when we were at a baseball tournament, and she actually told me that she loved me, and she did it first, and I will never forget that, because I was so nervous to ever tell her and screw things up and make it weird and blah blah blah. Then after so many dates and so many awesome trips to Canada and camping and life, we were at the top of a mountain on Mount Baker, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes, and I couldn't believe it, because I was so nervous and so scared that to mess it up and to stutter and everything that I worry about all the time. Happiest day of my life so far. And now today is Valentine's Day, and I opened up a card from Kelsey, and she hand wrote such sweet words that it actually brought a tear to my eye. It was so sweet of her. In response, I decided to make Boob a video, because my other idea of just making a handmade card was so not me, and this was exactly me, and I thought this was the best idea on the planet. Happy Valentine's Day, Kelsey. I love you so much. Okay, bye.